Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Um, what I'm working on today is basically I'm gonna continue working on the same DevOps task that I've been working on in the last few days. If you've been following, if you've been following it on the live stream. And what I'm basically working on is some DevOps tasks, and those include some um, Vagrant and Puppet. And basically, what I want to do is I want to deploy a mesos cluster to production, but I want to first test it here on a Vagrant box. So let's go ahead and just continue. And the way that the way that I love to work is, I basically explain as I go. And if you have any questions, in the chat room, then, feel free to ask them. And also there's a Twitter handle down on the screen. So feel free to ask questions there as well. Yeah, so let's go ahead and just I'm gonna continue now. So Vagrant file, and what I saw was that this one isn't really working. So what I want to do is do this and then do this, but here I'm gonna need the full path. So it's gonna be home, Vagrant, and then FL configure, and then it's gonna be Puppet apply. So let me copy that and copy it here. And let me first remove the log file. So var log puppet.log. Right, and I don't see it here. So let's go ahead and continue with applying the changes here. All right, so here, and then let's go here. And what do I need? Okay, here. So Control V, and then let's do this. All right, so let's paste this here. And now let's try to apply the Puppet changes. And this is where it failed the last time. As you can see, CF property list is failing. All right, so let me see what's going on here. Okay, and see validate integer, expected first argument to be an integer. So this is the error. There is it's expecting some integer, and it's getting something else. Okay, so let me see. Expected first argument to be, okay, so let's look at FL stats site, and then main init. And what is it saying? It's saying line 25. So it's graphite port. And graphite port, where is it coming from? Graphite port is coming from here. So let's search this in our project. Okay. So here are data, and I see graphite port. All right, so let's do something here. And then let's go ahead and do the puppet apply again. And it's still doing the same thing. Looking for data source common, but for some reason it's looking as if I'm in production, which I'm clearly am not. Okay, so mesos is here. No. Okay. So common, and we have common Red Hat, we have common production, we have common development, but for some reason it's not going to this common development. Okay, question is why? Okay. So we have role, then configuration, cert name. Okay. We don't need the S3 CMD here. Okay, cset role and then log file. Okay. We have debug, we have detailed codes. All right, let me go ahead and see what do we have here. Flink node. And then, oh, I see, FL name, then FL role. It's the flink JM and FL env. Okay. So let's see here. We don't have any flink node. Okay. Dev flink jm puppet here data development dev flink jm, and I have mesos here. Okay. Okay. So still the same issue. Integer or array got string. Hmm. Okay, so start name. Oh, one thing. Here there is no environment, so it's only used by the puppet. So let's search for it here. Okay, and see the upstart and then node env. This is node, okay. FLenv. Okay, this is all terraform. Okay. Okay, so it's only here. Okay. So what am I missing here? Expected first argument to be an integer. All right, so let's, instead of this, let's have this as some other role. Let's actually copy this here. All right, so I actually need export. Oh, I don't need the equal sign here, obviously. Okay. And now let's get to the apply. All right. So I see this is the same issue. Seems like it's missing some basic dependency for Puppet or for Ruby. Let's do error loading fact user Ruby vendor. Let's see. ls usr lib Ruby vendor factor. Okay, so I see Mac OS X, but why is it Mac OS X? So Linux, Vagrant, Ubuntu, Trusty. So this is clearly should be the Linux one. Install Puppet. So here everything is fine. Install Ruby. Okay, so apt get install Ruby. Okay, so that's why. So let's not do it as quiet. Okay, Ruby is already at its newest version. Ruby -v. It's Y93. It's clearly not. Okay. So factor. Okay. So let's go and search for Ruby gems for factor. All right, so 2.4.6. It's January. And let's do factor here is 2.4.6. Here is 134. JSON pure is 201 and Puppet is 384. So my local versions and the server versions are clearly the same. So what's missing here? Something is missing. Okay, so in order to verify, what I want to do is I want to look at terraform. And terraform, I want to look at what we have, devenv. Yes, and then here we have flink, and AMI is in the variables for US East, and I think it's an Ubuntu. Okay, so let's close this and let me open up the file outside of the screen here just to make sure. All right, so code. All right, so this is the AMI. And I don't see it here. Okay, actually this is a baked AMI. And this is actually the one. Oops. And this one is missing too. Let's look at Trusty. To F. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna stop the stream for now. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna deploy a new server to production, and then I'm gonna try and bootstrap, to development, and then I'm gonna try and bootstrap the Linux because I'm missing something. So let me try and do that first, and then I'm gonna continue stream.